Hello horse friends and welcome back to the Imperfect Question. Well, I've got the trailer here as you can see, and in the trailer we have JJ. You okay, JJ? She has actually calmed down a little bit, so let's have a little chat. So I'm supposed to be taking her to the next village basically to go around some bridle ways there. My husband was going to come with me and just explore a very short path just for somewhere new and different, but JJ's been in a bit of a mood today. So when I went to get her in the field, she just took a treat and then walked off. And she walked down to the gateway for the big field. Now, they have been in the big field this week, but I've taken them back out of there because very, very quickly they are becoming very fat. And I feel it's really putting JJ into a bit of a danger zone. Obviously, being kind of a chunky style of horse that she is anyway in the pony kind of category, then she could be at risk of laminitis in the future. So I don't want her getting that fat. So I've taken them both off that field. So I think she just walked down there because she wants to go in that field. And she's like, come on, Mum, you're going to take me in this field. Well, that's not happening. And then once I'd caught her up, once she was down there, she let me catch her, no problem, that was fine. Then we bring her up and I bring her to the trailer, and I've moved the trailer out the yard. And the change, and also you can see I took out the partition because I've got the saddle on, so I thought I was being a bit lazy. I'd saddle her up and then take her down, just it's not far away and it just saves me a bit of effort when we get there. Well, she decides that she doesn't want to get in the trailer, so she did get in the trailer, but she's obviously very hyped up and nervous about it. So I took her in and out a few times, got her a bit more settled, eventually got the door shut on her, and then she's just she stopped doing it now, but she was just pawing and neighing, and she's obviously very unsettled, if you know what I mean. So my husband came around to have a look at her, and the whole thing's making me feel a little bit nervous as well, because I'm a nervous rider anyway, and I've been doing mostly groundwork for the past few weeks, as you've probably seen from some of the videos. So I've not really been riding, and the trouble is with her acting up like that, and there's a couple of other things where she's past few days where she's been a bit more on wire. I'd say it could be the spring grass, could be a season, I don't know what, but she's just been a bit more kind of hyper and it's just making me a bit nervous. But I do need to exercise her today because of her being fat. So what we've decided is we're not going to go along to the next bridle way, because the way she is, I can really see her not wanting to get back in the trailer and me having to walk back from the next village, which is not that far, but to walk it could maybe be an hour. It's not far in the car at all, it's only a few minutes, but yeah, the walking wise it can be a bit longer. So yeah, we've decided I'm going to ride her from here, and that's going to leave her with a positive experience of the trailer. She got in, she settled down, she didn't have to go anywhere, so another good positive experience, and I'll get the exercise on her. Who knows what's going to happen on the lane? I don't know, and we may not get anywhere, and we may not get video of this, but if we do, we're just going to have another little, you can hear Comanche already, and have another little hack and chat. So I'll see you after I've got her out and got her tacked up, and we are off on the hack.
I kinda adore you, but don't get too proud. You're like my favorite snack, I won't say it out loud. I won't say you're perfect, we all know you're not. But hey, you're the best kind of way that I
got. Good girl. Walk on. So we're out and we're on the lanes. She's feeling lively today, although straight into the napping again. Walk on. She's already jumped out of her skin. Obviously didn't run anywhere, but she's jumped out of her skin just at a car coming to the junction. So that's really unlike her. Honest, I was quite worried about getting on her today. My saddle feels slightly wonky, which is not comfy for either of us, I'm sure, but I think it's just because how I got on. Walk on, good girl. Honestly, she feels quite like she could bolt today. Now maybe she won't or wouldn't, but I'm not feeling safe at all. Good girl. Good girl. Walk on. Oh, here's a car. We'll go back into the opening here. Let's wait over here a bit. Good girl. Oh, oh. Thank you. Turn again. Oh, she's not wanting to turn. Good girl. Come on. Good girl. Walk on. Walk on. Walk on. Good girl. Now, undoubtedly, being a horse, she can detect your heart and stuff like that. She can easily detect that my heart is racing. And that's probably not, oh, another car, not helping the matter. We'll just wait here. Should be able to come past us. Should be all right. Good girl. Good girl. Thank you. Walk on. So yeah, that's probably not going to help the matter. Woo. Walk on. Walk on. Good girl. Good girl. So lots of people think I'm quite brave, and I am really not at all. Slightly shaky, really thinking if I should get off and walk her instead. Very strongly. And they do say when you think that you should get off the first time, you think it, else you're going to be in trouble. So walk on. Walk on. Good girl. Walk on. I'm going to give it a second and see. I mean, I can see some cows about 2 fields away, so if she's jumpy anyway, that might not be such a good thing. I've got my air jacket on. It is hooked on. Good girl. Good girl. And it's been a couple of weeks since we rode anywhere. Like I said, oh, another car. We must be on rush hour today. Walk on. Walk on. Walk on. Good girl. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hiya. Good girl. Walk on. Walk on. Sorry. See, she's trained to stop when I sigh. So when my adrenaline comes down a little bit and I sigh, it helps her stop, which is not so good when she's napping. Oh my goodness. There is a cat. Is that a dog or a cat? It's a fox. There's a fox on the road ahead. That's gone. That's all I need. A fox jumping out on us. It's quite far off at the minute. Go on. Walk on. I don't think you can see it on there, but it's right in the middle of the road, going from side to side. Walk on, JJ. How interesting to see one out this time of day. You do sometimes, but with it being right in the middle of the road and a car just having gone past, it's looking down at us. It's quite young. It's curiously looking at us. And now looking into the bush. Maybe it'll jump in the bush. It's a shame. I think it's really too far for you to see. Never mind. I'll let you know if it does. So when I say she's fat, I mean to give you an idea of how much weight she's put on at the minute, because a certain amount of it is she gets like a gaseous bloat when she goes on grass. So give her a day or two off the grass and that tends to go down a little bit. And Comanche's the same, but actual fatness, her crest is definitely up more at the moment, and her girth, I can normally do it 3 holes either side of the saddle. And today I can only do it up 2 holes either side of the saddle. So she's seen the fox. No, she's looking at the cows. Walk on. Walk on. It's only a young fox. It's looking at us quite dark brown. At least she's seen the cows. So they don't seem to be too worried about us. We may even get quite close to the fox being on the horse. You might be confused by us. He's looking up into a tree, and now he's just trotting down the road a little bit. Ooh, JJ's starting to relax a little. There seems to be a magpie following where the fox is as well. That's quite interesting. He's just gone into the tall grass. Good girl. Right, we've lost sight of him now. Walk on, JJ. There we are. Good girl. Walk on. Walk on. So, if I survive this ride today, which there's no guarantees yet because now the cows are looking at us, then I'm thinking what I'll do is a little bit like we did in Comanche. We've got the good girl. We've got the car hooked up to the trailer, so I might reload her and then just take her for a little drive like we did with Comanche, because I haven't actually done that with her. We've loaded her several times, but I haven't actually taken her out for a drive in it again since we've been out last time. Yes, I know, the cows. At least she's not jumping out of her skin for the cows, but they're not really moving much at the moment. Good girl. Good girl. Come on, walk on. Walk on, good girl. Good girl. Oh, there's a little track coming down this lane now as well, so hopefully it's not coming this way. I think it will go towards the road. Good girl, walk on. Gosh, it's quite warm. We've only got a small gap in the weather today. It's been raining most of the week. I think it's going to rain for the next few days as well. But it said on the app, hold on, walk on, good girl. It said on the app that there was going to be about 3 to 4 hours of sunshine this afternoon and then rain again all evening. So we came out. Originally, I'd hoped this week to be going off and riding with another horse, actually. Go on. Gosh, we're getting like 5 or 6 steps and then stopping. But yeah, unfortunately, they were busy this weekend, so that'll wait for another weekend. Walk on. Good girl. There we are. She hasn't been this nappy for a long time now. Good girl, that's it. But yeah, then we changed our plan to go to the Bridleway, and then we decided against it for safety. So I've come to this lane. I know it's the same boring old lane that you always see, but there's not usually as much traffic on this lane as other lanes. It's a very contained straight line. It's quite easy and not a lot to think about for us. So it's a good one that if I'm a bit worried about how she is, it's a really good one to get her out on and get her moving forward and see. And obviously if things do go wrong, I mean, I could end up on the floor. But other than that, she's only going to go forwards or back towards the house again. And I've got an amount of time to react to that. So limited options is what she'd have. Oh. I do hate being so scared all the time. It's really annoying. I'm sure if you have fear about things, you know, you'd like to get on with things. And I remember when I was a teenager, just how nice it was. And I don't ever remember being afraid as a teenager. I mean, I was a bit scared of jumping, but I still do it every now and again. But just in general, going out, riding in the traffic, riding out and about and, you know, through fields and things, I don't ever remember any fear. Oh, there is a car behind us. We're going to go off for a second. There we are. Let her have a bit of grass for a minute. But she still may jump when the car goes past if she doesn't realise it's there. We'll see. She's listening. Sorry. Thank you. Well, that was my fault. I was letting her have some grass, but she's got so much energy, you know, that she just wants to walk back home again. And of course, she just walked forward to get back on to go back home. And of course, the car was there. Luckily, the lady was paying lovely attention and going really slow. And I did manage to get my reins back up in time, but I let them go too long, really. My fault. What a nice lady. Well, Still a bit tight, but my heart's starting to come down a bit now. Because I'm nervous, I keep finding myself going either to my legs a bit too much or tapping with a stick. I'm not hitting her, I just give her a light tap when she's not listening to the other bits like that. Good girl. She has a small lump on her nose today, which I'm a little concerned about. I think it's just a reaction to an insect bite, so I'm going to keep an eye. It's about the size of a pea today. It's only come up today, and but it's right where the fleshy part of her nose is. So obviously, if it was something else and it continues to get bigger, it could impede on her breathing. So I'll have to keep an eye on it. Oh, I thought I heard another car, but there's not one there. Walk on. So if it's an insect bite, it should just start going down in a couple of days. It's small at the moment, but it's just an awkward placing. I mean, lucky there's no tack or anything. Walk on, good girl. Walk on. There's no tack or anything that's interfering with it. Oh my goodness. Why do I have to feel so tense? It does not help for training horses. I think it's whenever I don't ride for a bit as well, I get nervous. But I suppose it's a mixture between having a horse that needs to be ridden regular to keep the memory of how to do it well. And so every time if I've not ridden her for a bit, she's a bit more lively or a bit more stoppy or a bit all the things that she doesn't do if you ride her regular. And then I've got it in my head again that things are going to happen. So the mixture of the triggers for me and the lack of use for her do not go well. Walk on. I just really wanted to work on her groundwork for a bit and get some of that in place a little bit more. Do tell me if you guys have similar problems and how you get around it. Please, how? She started, you can hear her blowing out a bit every now and again, so she started calming down a bit, which is good. But I do feel like, well, last time we turned around, she was a bit overly speedy home. Good girl. Good girl. Yes, it's a cake place. Walk on. Walk on. Good girl. And I do feel that might happen again, actually. Walk on. Good girl. Still lots of really nice flowers around at the minute. I know they're supposed to be dying off now, but there's still a couple of bluebells out. A really nice mixture of colours. Whoops, everything from purple to pink, the blue colours, the yellows, white flowers every now and again. I've seen some trees in bloom today that I didn't even know what they were. Not a clue. Oopsie, a little bit of lark. It's just a cow mooing. And again, she can see where they are over there. Walk on. Good girl. Good girl. Not so reactive that time. Walk on. I think I can hear a car again, so hopefully we'll make it to the... they should see us in a minute and we should make it to the... Walk on. There's a driveway we can go in. That's nice, they pulled over for us. Walk, Trotty. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Ooh, good. Oh, that will do. Thank you. Oh, you fell down a bit, sorry. Walk on, JJ. So I was going to trot straight past that car, but JJ knows that we normally go and wait in places. So we ended up in the driveway, which is where I thought we'd go, but because she pulled straight over, I thought, oh, we'll trot past her. But JJ thought that was a bad plan. I'm quite glad a lot of these cars have got their windows open today for me to say thank you, because I'm not feeling very safe about taking my hands off the reins at the moment. There we go, JJ, good girl. Good girl. That's it. So I'm managing to try and relax a bit more in my own body now. My arms are a bit too straight as well, like some sort of zombie rider. I can hear some lovely springtime birds, or I say springtime, literally when I'm filming this, tomorrow will be summer. Or the meteorological summer. How much does that annoy you now? There's the meteorological summer, which is usually the first of a month, and then normal summer, which I don't know what they call normal summer, but it's that's usually from the 26th, I think, of June, as far as I know. And that's the same all through the year now. They like to take winter and summer from certain dates. I don't know if they're just trying to change us over a bit more. Walk on. Good girl. Good girl, well done. Good girl. It's okay. Good girl. Walk on. Good girl. Good girl. There we are. Someone's got their radio on at their house. She's being very nosy at them. Now, I'm not sure whether to just keep going down or turn around in a minute, because after this driveway, there's not really many passing places down to the next crossroad bit. Walk on. So it's a little bit harder if we get any cars come. Alright, I think we're going to turn and head back. Good girl. Ooh, avoid the puddle. I don't know why she's got so silly about puddles, because the place she grew up in had these lakes that the horses used to run through, and these large wetland areas. And when I had her first, I had her on a farm that had a river going through it. And the river she used to just go into and play and stand in the river and drink it and stuff. So when she got funny about standing in water, I do not know. But just lately, she does walk around the puddles. She's definitely speedier going back. So, I mean, I should trot for her fitness, but she's running so much off adrenaline at the moment, I might just walk, just to teach her we do not always trot back. I don't know. Good girl. I mean, you can see there's definitely no nappiness, at least. Heads up. Good girl. What I feel from her is she's just kind of looking for an excuse to trot, basically. So she's on tenterhooks, is what she feels like. Analysing everything. And a walk kind of has an extra bounce to it. That kind of bounce that, and speed that is literally just like before they break into a trot. There we are. Good girl. More flies out at the moment. Has everyone noticed that they're out now? Not just the little ones, but those silly horse flies as well. Gosh, I hate those. That's probably what's caused the lump on JJ's nose, if I'm honest. So, now she's walking more freely and walking home. I'm definitely not as shaky and worried as when we first came out. I'm still a bit tense. She's obviously still a bit tense, but she's been a good girl now. And she has come all the way out here as far as I've asked her to. So that's good. I don't know if she'll want to reload again, but we're gonna make that happen. I shall untack her first. Maybe I'll put the divide back in, because we have been practicing more with the divide. And if I don't have a reason to take it out, which I only took it out because with her being so wide, it's a bit too wide when she has a saddle on, and I wanted to transport her with her tack on. I can't transport her with a bridle on because she just breaks bridles. It's like a hobby to her. Literally had to get another one not long back. I don't know, she must have been for about 9 bridles now. Literally, just if you've got it on and you've got it tied up, she will find something to rub it on, including herself, to snap it. Gonna go be nosy at the old cakes over here. Not too many in there today. It must have been a popular day. Lots of people coming and getting them. I'm not allowed cakes at the moment. No. My doctor has told me that I'm pre-diabetic. Not by much, but a little bit. I swear it is not the cake, so it is the chocolate. I have way too much chocolate in my life. But it's quite difficult, isn't it? Because when you like chocolate anyway, my husband buys some for me as well. And you go in a shop, and like those tiny little normal bars are like about £1.20, and then there's always some big bar on offer for £1. And you're like, well, it just seems to make sense to get more chocolate for less money. So you do that, you get the big bar, but you should really make the big bar last. But the trouble is I don't. I eat it all in one go. So that's probably why. So I need to be a little bit more sensible now. So I've not got any cakes in at home at the moment. I did go buy some chocolate today, but it is a diet chocolate, but we've had look, it's got nowhere near as much sugar in or carbohydrates as a normal bar. Probably about a quarter that a normal bar would have. So at least it's less, and I just need to try and be a bit more sensible, really. It's very hard. It's very hard. I don't smoke and I don't drink, but I am a chocoholic, self-confessed. I don't think I could ever just give it up, though. I did try a bit back when I was supporting my husband, who is doing a challenge, and I said, well, if you do that challenge, I'll give up chocolate whilst you do the challenge as well. So I'm challenging myself, and I did. But I have to say, I replaced it with donuts because they were sugary. So it's it didn't do much for the waistline or anything like that, nor for the sugar content. So hopefully at some point soon I will be going out riding with some other people, and looking forward to that. Actually put a bit of a call out on Facebook and had some people I know and some people I don't know get back to me, because obviously I want someone who is going to kind of not just want to gallop everywhere straight away, because she's not used to riding with other horses. I mean, she's been out with Comanche, and there's been a couple of other horses she's been out with in the past, friends of mine, but not really properly out. We was more in places that she knew. So it'll be interesting to see how she reacts to traffic with other horses. Does she play up more? I mean, she tends to walk up Comanche's bum quite a lot, so I'm hoping she doesn't do that. She does also like to lead, but if I don't know where I'm going, that's not going to be useful. So all these things that we need to learn and find out. I've had quite a few people say that they will ride out with us, though, even though I've made our situation clear that she's quite green and that we're not experienced at riding with other people. So yeah, we'll just go try some routes. I mean, I don't want to be going for miles and miles to start with when it's a new situation, and she's really not fit either. So yeah, but that'll be exciting. And of course not everyone will want me to film with them, but I can certainly tell you how it goes, and some of them will definitely let me film with them. So we'll just see. I'm feeling achy on this ride, but I think that's the tension. I don't normally feel achy on a road. Oh, the cows are just here. This might not go so well. There we go. They've come forward a bit more curious. She seems to be happy enough walking past them. If they run with us or anything, though she may take off, that could be interesting. They are walking forward a bit. Not so good. Good girl. almost holding my breath. So they have stayed back there so far. It's not a long field, so hopefully we'll get past it if they do run. Dear me. I mean, Bender, obviously, if they do run, but there's not a big space if she really takes off. And I don't really want to jab her in the mouth. I'm not very good at following movement and things. Everything just starts to go off instinct when a horse spooks, doesn't it? Well, still a little bit of the field yet, but so far so good. They've not come running up behind us. Good girl. Good girl. Now, she's been good with the cars that passed today. I was thinking whether to go straight over and up the other way, but if we go straight over, we are very, very likely to run into some tractors and lorries down that road. That's the main run route, and it's very high chance of running into them down there. So I feel like the way she is today, I don't feel safe to do that. I mean, she already spooked at a normal car. So she's going to spook at a normal car. Possibly she's going to find the noise on a narrow lane of a tractor going past her or a lorry a bit too much. It's a shame because she's got lots of energy to go today. And here we go. She's heard Comanche, so I want to keep her in walk. If the calves hadn't been there, maybe I would have turned around and trotted her back up the other way again. But I just feel like we're asking for trouble. Just keep going past them. This is good. She's staying in walk. Her head carriage is coming up a little bit. Not so good. What I don't want to do is just blast him through the stop at the end. So if you remember, she starts to sigh, so we shall have to do that, and hopefully she will stop. But obviously this is quite a main road at the end. You get a lot of traffic. I don't want just to burst out into it. That would be the worst. Good girl. Good girl. I can feel again that jog coming in where it's almost a trot again. Good girl. Oops. There we go. She's actually slowing slightly, so that's good. And I don't really hear any cars, so that's also good. Means if she did burst out, we'd probably be okay. But I still want to stop here. It does say stop anyway. Took quite a lot. Oh no, let it go again. It did take quite a lot to stop her then. Wasn't really listening to me sighing, which you've seen she can just stop straight away. Did have to pull quite a lot on the rein and put quite a lot of my seats down to get to actually stop. So things like that make me feel a bit unsafe as well. Walk it on here. Right, well, we're back safely. I think I'm going to get her untacked, load her back in the trailer, and take her for a little drive. Hello, Comanche. Hello, sweet baby. Hello. Well done, JJ. Let's let her have a bit of eating now. So, as you can see, I've put the divide back in, and I'm going to go get JJ because she's a bit more familiar with it being like this, how we've been practicing. We'll see how she loads now, and I'll leave the front door open because obviously she's been a bit nervous this morning about getting on, so that's going to help her feel better. And as long as we can get her on okay and there's not any big issues, we're going to take her out for a drive. Let's go get her. Good girl. Good girl. Let's see how she does. Nice. Straight in. Is she going to stay calm? Put up the bar, JJ. Good girl. Exactly as she normally is. That's really good. Really proud of her, really pleased with her. Oh. So she went straight in, really pleased with that. Maybe it was just a slightly heightened situation earlier with it being out and with the divide being missing, just different for her. Or maybe burning some adrenaline on the walk has helped. She's still a bit stumpy. Oh, and nippy apparently, but still. Right, we'll get it shut up and we'll get her out for a little drive. Good girl. Just tie you in. No, don't be like that. Naughty. Gonna be good for mama. More sweeties. Good girl. See you in a bit. Good girl. Let's get going. So I've actually brought her out to the shop because we needed to shop something anyway. So it's a little bit of a longer drive than we were thinking, sorry, but I'm sure she's fine. So I'm going to go check her quickly now. And it's taken about 10 minutes or so to get here. And I think it'll probably be similar to get home, but we'll go home the opposite direction because it's a bit big to turn around anywhere here. So go see her. How you doing, JJ? You okay? You okay? Good girl. I don't see any sweat. Good girl. She's not shaking or anything, and she's not been particularly bangy, so that's good. Yes, my darling. Good girl. She seems okay. Good girl. I put some treats down here, so I'll just get her a treat. Good girl. Do you want a sweetie? The ultimate test. Will she eat? Yes. Okay, right. We're going to pop to the shop, and I'll check her again when we get back. Good girl. Back from the shop. Just going to see how she's doing still. Weren't that long. About 5 minutes. How you doing? Oh, how you doing? Still good. I didn't hear you banging when we came back, so you must be all right, eh? Yeah. Bit stonky. You had a poop. Hey. Never mind. Right, we're going to go back home now, okay? Licking and chewing, that's good, isn't it? Get you another sweetie. Yeah. It's actually JJ's birthday tomorrow, so we may have just picked her up a birthday treat at the shop as well, but that's for tomorrow. Okay, see you in a bit. going to get her out now. Yes, Munchie Moo. She's home. Oh, that's got stuck on there a bit. Bring that in. Woo, Stumpy girl. Oops. A couple of treats left, but I'm throwing them everywhere. Okay. You did well. So the most impatient part she had is really just when we've got home, as you can see. Steady, steady. But she's done so well everywhere else. I'll just get her out as quick as we can. No. There we go. Good girl. So as you can see, she's heading down to that gate to see if it's magically opened whilst we've been out, which it hasn't, so she's disappointed there. She's taking a look at the gate and yeah, she's just gonna wait there and see if someone comes and opens it, meaning me, but I'm not gonna. She can stay out on the track. I'm expecting her to roll. She's got her head down a little bit. I don't know if you can see that far. Here comes Comanche, and she's having a roll back there as well. Hi, Comanche. Oh my goodness, the dirt. If she comes back up, you'll see it. She's going to get the other side as well. Oh dear. Oh dear. I've now got some sort of pinto horse going on. Extra markings. Primitive markings. They are primitive because they're mud. Good girl, JJ. Here she comes back up now. So let's just have a think about how today went. I started off today not feeling very good about how things were going. Very, very nervous, and nerves were definitely getting the better of me. We did ride out. Nothing really happened, but I didn't really get my adrenaline down, and she was definitely a bit more spicy today, even though she didn't do much. I could just feel the energy in her. Then she loaded really, really well on the trailer. She's travelled really well going to the shop and back again. Obviously got a little bit impatient just getting off there, but you know, it's what did I say, probably about 10 minutes to the shop waiting time and back again, so about half an hour all in all. Look at her, look at the dirt. Oh my goodness, both sides are like that. Shocking. But I do feel now a bit more relaxed. I've had a bit of time and a bit more positive with how she was in the trailer there. So I feel there's a much better chance and situation for next time. And I don't know, my husband said he'll come out with me if we do go off somewhere else. So if I do have any problems loading after, he's there to help me. So we'll see what the next video is. Who knows at this point. Hello, my beautiful boy. Oh, he's going to knock me over. So I'll see you again next time. If you do enjoy these hack and chats, even when I'm rambling quite a bit, do let me know in the comments below. You can like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more of the training and hack and chats, and keep in touch for when we do get a ride with someone else eventually. So I'll see you next time. Bye.